Yes, nice and decent people. Just came back from a walk along the highway. But this message is just to encourage you to be vigilant when you're walking these days. Be vigilant because it is possible now that you may come across snakes while you walk, depending on where you live. Before, that was not something to be worrying about in most parts of the country. But now you have to be aware. The awareness must be there. If you are aware of something, you will be more careful while you proceed. So it is very important that certain times when you go to some places, you have like a walking stick, you know, something like a staff, so as to protect you sometimes if you were to encounter a snake. Most times I go in places that, like in agricultural areas, in places that are heavily forested. A lot of times I go to these places and walk. And so I'm very careful when I walk in these places. There was a time I would walk up the Bad Lil. But around 4 years ago I stopped doing that because I realized that it was not safe. One time a guy killed a snake probably around 5 feet long just in the area where I normally pass to exercise. And even before that, I just had the gut feeling that, you know, there were snakes in the area. So while I was exercising in that area in the Bad Lil, I would do it early in the morning and I would try to avoid passing near the edges where you have all the grass. So I would do it like before the like probably around after 5 o'clock in the morning, where there would be less traffic in that way, and on weekends. So in that way, I would be avoiding the vehicles while walking more towards the center of the road. But when I realized the problem was that we had a problem with snakes, I just stopped walking around the Bad Lil area. But it is something that you have to be careful of when you walk around. Just be mindful of the fact that there is a chance that you may encounter a snake. And you have to, it would be advisable to walk with a staff, a piece of stick that you could use to defend yourself if necessary. And also, if you are bitten by one, it is important to know that you do not try to treat it yourself. Do not try to ignore it, but go to, you can go to OKU Hospital or St. Jude Hospital. Keep the fire burning, just to remind you that you have to be aware. It is not necessary that you get, or it doesn't make sense for you to, move around in fear and avoid doing the things that you may want to do, like exercising and things like that. But just bear in mind that in this era now, bear in mind that you may encounter a snake when you move around exercising. Keep the fire burning. Just be careful out there.